Many of America's best beers are now being produced by small local brewers you've probably never heard of, but most people, beer fans especially, do know about Sierra Nevada.
It is the largest privately owned craft brewery in the country, and Sierra Nevada founder Ken Grossman is determined to keep it that way by expanding eastward from California. Vicente Arenas has the story.
There is a trick to making top-selling craft beer, and it starts with Brian Grossman tasting water. That first drink must be perfect. Water makes up nearly 95% of beer.
And this beer here is what now?
This beer right here is actually being packaged today. This is our Vienna lager.
So keeping tabs on the tap ensures his Sierra Nevada beers will taste just right.
Bring it up to your nose. That's the purpose of the glass design, is to actually cone in the aroma. We're going to smell it. And
Smells like beer?
Then we're going to taste it.
It's very good, smooth.
Grossman is brewing with the family recipe. The 29-year-old grew up in a brew house. His father, Ken Grossman, started the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company 35 years ago.
What do you think got you so interested in craft beer in the first place?
When I started, times were way different. There wasn't a lot of options to get interesting beers in the commercial market. And so I decided I had to brew them myself and started this very small brewery. Pretty much built all the equipment myself and started making beer in 1980.
Grossman, a college dropout, built the brewery in Chico, California, a 3-hour drive north of San Francisco on the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. He borrowed most of the startup costs from friends and family. Today, Sierra Nevada is the second largest craft brewing company and the 7th largest brewery in the U.S. Forbes estimates Grossman's net worth at around $800 million.
So you've been doing this since the late 70s. You're a pioneer in this business.
You know, when we started, there was just a little over 40 breweries in the whole United States, and today there's about 3,000. And we've really played a bit of a role, I think, in helping to grow the craft brewing industry and to introduce great beer to a lot of people.
Can I get a picture with you?
Of course.
The 59-year-old Grossman is still promoting the movement he helped build. Sales from craft beer from brewers who produce less than 6 million barrels a year now make up nearly 8% of all sales in the U.S. For 2 weeks, Sierra Nevada has been on a 7-city beer festival tour, along with 700 other small breweries they invited for the ride.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming.
The cross-country journey ends tomorrow at Sierra Nevada's brand new East Coast Brewery in Mills River, North Carolina. When we visited, crews were putting the final touches on the new facility.
You look at this place and it's palatial. What's the cost of this?
A bit over $100 million we've invested in the site.
$100 million. How long will it take to earn that back?
A number of years.
The hops are a flower that give beer its very nice bitterness and aroma compounds.
Grossman's son Brian co-manages the new plant.
We're in our hop freezer right now. Yeah, what's happening in this area right here is Tyler's actually filling a vessel that's called a torpedo. Torpedo is a vessel that we created actually ourselves to give us extra hop aroma in our beers.
Unable to meet rising demand in California, Sierra Nevada's expansion east will help produce up to 350,000 barrels of beer while cutting down on energy and shipping costs that add as much as $4 to a case.
It looks like you're becoming a big brewer now, as opposed to a microbrewer.
No, we're still very passionate about beer, and we do the same thing we did when we were brewing in 5-gallon buckets. We still are true to our brewing roots, so we continue to experiment and brew great beers. Good food.
Grossman thought he'd be retired from the beer business by now. Clearly, he's ready for one more round.
Cheers.
For CBS This Morning Saturday, Vicente Arenas, Mills River, North Carolina.
I love how they call their beer road trip beer camp. I want to go to beer camp.
I know, wouldn't it be fun? It's amazing to see that they started off making buckets of beer, though.
I know. They've come a long way. That was a lot of beer.